Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Symphony. Symphony Entertainment Gaming and Arts is a gaming company, my gaming company, that focuses on horror systems, indie games, organic content, and player agency in an attempt to bring a symphonic approach to horror role playing. I am your host and your storyteller for this evening, and we are back with Sanguine Arts, Symphony's very first Vampire the Masquerade game that takes place in modern nights here in Columbus, Ohio. We only have one announcement, and my guess is you probably know what it is. If you don't know what it is, you're going to find out. But let me tell you that it actually means quite a bit. We do have a Patreon. So if you like this content and you would like to support more of this content, please consider backing us on Patreon at patreon.com/Symphony Entertainment. For Sanguine Arts specifically, there are a lot of backer perks that are flying around that are directly influencing the story, welcoming people onto the platform to portray characters. Skip has done some incredible things with some voice acting and appearances with PCs that he's wanted to play in the past, but never had a platform and a game to do it. So there are a lot of fun ways to get involved with the storytelling if you back us on Patreon, plus some bonus episodes, some thirst clips, and then just some general nonsense shenanigans with the cast, which with this cast is absolutely inevitable. So if you like it, love it, back it on Patreon at patreon.com/Symphony Entertainment. Red lines have been discussed with the cast and crew. The X card is in play. X's can be sent via private message or they can be posted in a Zoom chat. We will also be using the red, yellow, green traffic light method. If a safety tool is activated, there is no judgment passed. There are no questions asked. And with that being said, let us unveil this cast. We are absolutely going to go in. Let's do Prelude cast order. So, starting with Tracy, tell us who you are, where people can find you, and who you are playing tonight.
Hi, I'm Tracy Auerbach. I can be found on most social media as Mythical Magpie, all one word. Um, I believe tonight I'm playing Leah Lombardo. Excuse me, Ms. Rosalia Lombardo.
Ms. Rosalia Lombardo. Yes, mother would appreciate if you use the correct designation for your name. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Coming up next, we have who was the next introduction, or wasn't that our Tiffany? Yeah, Tiffany, tell us who you are, where people can find you, and who you're going to be playing tonight.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. You can find me at Color Cat Designs if you want to look at art and fun things. Tonight I am playing Ivy, the Banu Hakim.
Amazing. And next up in introduction order, Doc. Doc, tell us who you are, where people can find you, and who you are playing tonight.
Hi, everybody. I'm Doc. You can find me at my Linktree, linktree.com/DocBones, where all my socials are on there. Everything is on there. I need to update it for things that just got published like 2 days ago, so that's super fun. Uh, and I'm playing Connor Rowe, the Ventru under the accounting, the Scandal of Columbus.
Love it. And last but totally not least, welcome back. Carl, tell us who you are, where people can find you, and who you are going to be playing tonight.
Hey everyone, I'm Carl. I can be found mostly on the Symphony server or locked away in my office editing these episodes. Um, so um, I'm playing Kevin tonight, freshly back from a dipped humanity, so that'll be
Ooh,
interesting.
indeed.
I went from 8 to 7, so wasn't
Yeah.
quite as disastrous as everybody thought it was.
Oh, a humanity point loss is a pretty big thing.
True,
It's a
true.
significant thing. Yeah, that's 6 phone calls from waysailing and being gone.
We just wanted you to join us. That's all.
Join
Mm.
us. Join
Join us in the
us.
Low Humanity Club, Carl.
So,
Correct.
Carl, in leaning into the loss of humanity that you've suffered, that was in direct response to you choosing to break the masquerade, which
Hmm.
is the most paramount of traditions in vampire society. This is a tradition that even the anarchs and the Sabbat know better than to flicker with, fumble with, or disregard for very, very, very valid reasons. And you made a choice.
Hmm.
And that choice comes with consequences, which is the reduction of your humanity. Before we reconcile what this looked like for Kevin in this past week, would you please recite our chronicle tenets that you have recently violated?
Sure. Never endanger or betray the domain. Our community is stronger together. Unapologetically defend the traditions. They keep us safe. Ambition is rewarded. Liabilities are destroyed.
I appreciate that. Would you read the first chronicle tenet for me again?
Never endanger or betray the domain. Our community is stronger together.
By exposing yourself as kindred to three hunters, do you believe that was positioning the domain for safety?
No.
What is the second chronicle tenet?
Unapologetically defend the traditions. They keep us safe.
What is the first tradition?
Never endanger or betray the domain. Our
Oh,
community is.
sorry. First tradition is the masquerade. You can cut
Oh,
that in. Yeah.
oh, yeah. The
You're right.
masquerade.
By exposing yourself to humans, mortals that are called by their faith to destroy those like you, those like your coterie, those like Ian, those like Celeste, was that a violation of the first tradition?
Oh, yes.
Please recite the third chronicle tenet.
Ambition is rewarded, liabilities are destroyed.
By exposing yourself to three hunters, was that celebrating ambition or was that flagging yourself as a liability to the domain?
It probably flagged me as a liability. I would also argue that it is ambitious based upon his long-term plan,
Noted.
but definitely caused additional danger.
Kevin, your phone has several unread messages. Some of them have been completely ignored. Some of them have fallen off of the red icons on your phone. Some of them you've managed to answer, but you're seeing everything from something is wrong with Leah. Please call us back. Hey, we're meeting at the cliffside. I have a gift from you. Kevin, where are you? Kevin, are you okay? Kevin, what's wrong? Kevin, call us back. What's been happening this last week with you, Kevin?
One of the things that I think was probably shocking to him was with the plan he came up with a long time ago, it was partly inspired by the things that he learned from Maria. What he didn't expect was that the first time he'd say it out loud would be to her in an adversarial sense. Um, it was almost an automatic reaction not being able to lie to her.
Mm.
Um, Especially after the years of ignoring and hurt. But I think it really, I think once he got free of the situation, the impact of like what he wants to do could be a philosophical discussion between kindred. But what he did was basically show his whole ass to a trio of hunters and basically tell them point blank that the power structure here is way weaker than the kindred want to let it on to be. Um, and I think while he doesn't mind that Maria knows, he now is concerned at what the potential blowback from that is going to be. Um, and I think he's thinking his way. He's trying to think his way out of an emotional problem, which, as everyone knows, always works and is never problematic to do.
Yeah.
um, and so it's literally just a combination of reading, probably sleeping almost so much that it's like almost torpor,
Mm.
um, not eating very well, um, like survival mode eating, like not eating. I mean, especially for a vampire, like not eating for 4 days and then going, oh, I should really have a blood bag before I go kill someone by accident. Um, and it's one of those things that every time the phone rings or the text message pops up or an email pops up, he looks at it and just puts it down. Like he's trying, but he can't care. He just he can't until he's gotten some kind of intellectual like firmament back under himself.
Kevin, I'm just imagining over the course of this week, this negligent starvation, this fundamental approach that you have built so much of your character on how humans and kindred could cohabitate, crashing down on you in a moment of love, a moment of vulnerability, but also the realization that you have put all of Columbus in danger. I just only can imagine that if a phone text message or a chime goes off, there's that moment of, is it Maria? Oh, it's Connor. Thank God it's not the sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
Because you breached the masquerade, and where you're lucky right now is that no one else knows, because if this does leak, there's no boon that's going to save you from this situation. It's going to be destruction. There's no negotiation that's going to alleviate this burden from you. It's going to be destruction. And that's the good part of it, because what could happen is everyone that you care about here in Columbus could die
Mm-hmm.
because you chose to expose yourself to someone that you loved. And that's a difficult thing to reconcile. It's one of those things where night after night you can feel the stitching on the sides of you just being ripped open, thread
Mm-hmm.
by thread, and the stuffing is being pulled out. Because being a liability to Columbus is being a liability and compromising everyone that you love. Maria, Connor, Leah, Ivy, you, a decision like that indicates that you're not even willing to show up for the people that matter to you. And that's a hard thing.
And I think that is so. In addition to that, he's always conceptualized himself as someone who's always going to be there for the people who he cares about. And I think that the realization that he might not be is pretty damaging to him. Um, and as much as he's been cleaving to this idea that we can do this compassionately, we can do this, in an intelligent and methodical way, he still believes that very deeply. But I think he's starting to let go of the idea that he can do it without hurting anyone in the process.
Oof. And those are definitely the thoughts, the considerations, the philosophical navigations that will keep you in bed through the duration of a night. Ivy, you are calling a meeting with the coterie. And I say that word very gently because everyone gathered knows that your coterie is fractured. And there's one individual that you cannot, for reasons above and below board, invite to this meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you hosting this meeting?
You know where.
I know.
It's at Angel's place.
What does the outreach look like to Connor and to Kevin when you connect with them, not knowing if Kevin is going to respond, leave you unread, connect back with you?
Um, I call Connor directly. Um, just say, hey, we've got some things we have to talk about. Let's meet at the Coterie Haven.
All right. I'm, I'm very short on the phone. Just I'll be there.
Okay. And then for Kevin, I will send a text message because, like I said last recording, when he expressed that he had some things to deal with, I tried to give him space. So I didn't reach out that much, but I'm going to this time send a text that says, hey, Kevin, I know you're going through some stuff, but we really need your help and we have to make a plan and we have to move now. Please meet at the Coterie Haven.
And I think that'll be the first time she hears back. It'll just be an okay.
Well, it's something.
It's something. Just refresh us on the room that we're sitting in as the coterie is gathered together, Tiffany, at Angel's home.
Because I don't like staying in the living room as much, I moved all of his workout equipment downstairs. Like I still probably have one of the bags up and stuff in case Kevin gets real angry sometime.
Mm-hmm.
But I probably have like some thrifted couch and like a coffee table and stuff like that down there.
Okay.
But it's pretty bare bones.
And that's where the three of you are now gathered. And I will hand this over to the one who called the meeting.
Okay. So as you know, someone is missing. Are you okay, Kev?
I've been better, but I'm here.
Okay.
What's going on? Where's Leah?
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. Well, that's one of the many things. So Leah is, as far as I can tell, pretty,
Leah's gone.
yeah, she's pretty well, she's blood bound to Gloria.
God, already? That was like yesterday.
No, that was like a week ago.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So, I wanted to talk because I kind of have a plan. Um, it, on how to hopefully um alleviate some of the Gloria issue and the best way to go about it. So, okay, here's my thought. Scourge position is open. I never went to Nia, well, a temporary one or maybe a permanent one. I never went to Nia after the water park. As far as I'm concerned, she owes me, owes us as a group. You guys can ask for your own things. I want to somehow convince her that it's her idea to make me Scourge because then I'll have more movement, I'll have
Mm,
insider information. I will have more authority to bring up Gloria's insanity. Um, that comes with one, well, it comes with at least a blood bond of some sort. We know that Nia makes her inner circle drink at least
mm,
once. However, she also wants to learn blood sorcery from me, which means
oh.
she has to drink from me. So hopefully, maybe we'll both just be bound to each other and it'll just be a stalemate, at least for a little while.
She wants to learn. Okay.
Well,
Big
it's,
ask, Ivy. It's risky.
yeah.
What are because Carl, don't know, what are the traditional roles and duties of a scourge?
Yeah, so the Scourge position is actually not identified in the By Night Studios book. This is a
Mhm.
position I've pulled from older iterations, but the Scourge is the trash man of the domain. They're tasked with destroying anyone that doesn't have hospitality or tolerance. So if you are
Mhm.
unauthorized in a domain, you're Scourge bait. They also were reinstated for the sole purposes to kill caitiffs and thin bloods. Their whole job
Mm.
is to kill caitiffs and thin bloods on site. So they roam about the town looking for anything that doesn't belong. Typically kindred, but that also could be supernaturals, hunters, anything that's unauthorized. They're the trash men. And most importantly, is because of all of the lore and the superstition and the haunts that come with thin bloods and caitiffs, they're kill those on site. Now, Tracy, is that an accurate depiction from what you understand of the position? Because you've got 20 years on top of me.
Yeah, a lot of times being a scourge is a punishment.
Hmm.
You're a city officer, but you're like the lowest ranking. I mean, you're the trash man. You get your hands dirty, and people tend to look down on that position. But Nia brought that back first. She's bringing back a bunch of old, so this is not a normal thing. So, yeah, no, but you did a great job.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you for the echo on that one. That's why I love
Okay.
leaning on a brilliant table. Ivy,
So,
throw me
Nia,
a chop really fast.
oh,
Oh,
sure.
sorry. Ask your question first. I'm so sorry.
Well, I was going to say, so in second edition, we used to play Scourge as basically the sheriff's deputy. If it
Mhm.
was something the sheriff didn't want to do, the Scourge did it.
Gotcha. Okay, and then in this one, at least the iteration that we're pulling from, two completely separate offices. The
Okay.
sheriff is the muscle man, the enforcer of the traditions, the boogeyman for the prince. Scourge is literally a trash man. To
He's like the cleaner.
the cleaner, the
Okay.
sweeper. Yeah. To Tracy's beautiful point, it's typically a punishment position. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't want it. The other thing that's very complicated about the Scourge position, you're a murder machine that fucks with your humanity, that compromises your resource expenditures as far as blood and powers. It's one of those positions that once their humanity drops at a certain point, is a liability to keep them in that position, or they're going to bottom out of their humanity and waste sell out.
Unless they were built for that. Like a particular clan.
Correct.
Maybe.
Ivy, you and I are going to be throwing chops, and baby, we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, throw them. Oh,
Scissors.
storyteller threw paper and you threw scissors. Okay. This is a win. Give me just a quick second to pull up a sheet to see if you got a critical success on this one.
Ivy, what does it feel like to win?
Well, see, I win in non-consequential things, but if we're in a fight, I will lose every single one.
It's
so
okay.
good.
You can go ask Mother what it's like to win.
Yeah, I didn't lose them all.
Right. Mother is winning out her ass right now. This is good.
That's fine.
Baby, this is going to be a wits plus your... You know what? This is actually going to be, let's do versus an attribute and a skill on something like this. I want to see your wits and your resolve combined, or your wits and your composure combined.
So wits and resolve is 5.
Okay.
Wits and composure is 6.
Okay, so your DC on this one was a 5. So if you want to do wits and composure, it's a critical success. I'll just give that to you brilliantly right now. And again, great storytelling is great storytelling, because Tracey just brought this to my attention as a great flag for Ivy as you're unpacking everything in front of the coterie and evaluating it. Tracey just said that position didn't exist, and it was the very first one that Nia Glass brought back in. Now, I Am Muhammad flagged that to you guys way early on. Like, hey, guys, this is weird, right? Why did she do this? Let's look at some other things that Nia Glass has done. She instituted the scourge position. That's concerning. She brought a thin blood under the acknowledgement. That is unprecedented. This might be the only thin blood in the history of the Camarilla to actually come under the acknowledgement. Next thing, she brought a salubri into your house. Those are Sabbat infiltrators. Those are the ones that tried to kill all of the Tremere. If anyone found out what I Am Muhammad is, she would be destroyed, and Nia would be held responsible for it, depending on the strength of her praxis. The next thing she's done is kept the thin blood alive. That ties into the brought into the acknowledgement as well. All of those flag in a certain direction with you, and as a critical success, I'm just going to give you this last little inkling of this. She's a La Sombra prince, and she's probably the first or the second in all of the Camarilla to actually achieve that, because La Sombra just recently reintegrated back into the Camarilla themselves. She's an anomaly, and she's making some very intentional decisions towards otherness. And just as you're putting everything on the table, as you're talking Connor and Kevin through that's just something that flags on you. She's doing something with other. She's other.
Interesting.
Oh, and let's add that one too. Tracey, you put it in chat, call it out too, because that's technically a valid point too.
The principle of faith. It's a very, very rare position. And I had never heard of it before. And that doesn't mean it's new to me, but it's a very rare thing to have. And to have a salubri in it, depending on what you know about salubris, is either a great idea or a terrible idea.
So then I guess, okay, so she's either slowly having the Sabbat infiltrate, because it's not unheard of to think of that, because La Sombra are new. They're generally otherwise known to be part of the Sabbat. Or she has a scourge because she knows she's going to be challenged. Which would also, I don't know. I mean, something in me tells me that she is hiding more. But
yeah, I mean,
whether it's good or bad, I don't know.
She brought Leah under the accounting.
I think
and let her live, despite creating a position whose sole purpose is to destroy kindred like her.
Yeah, I think part of that is fear for Edward, whoever that Ventru was. Edmund. Okay, you know. Because from what I could gather is that he was pretty powerful, And she had mentioned that he was supposed to embrace her.
Hmm.
So she was supposed to be a Ventru.
But riddle me this then: if she gets made into a thin blood because she was supposed to be a Ventru, what am I supposed to do? Just let her diablerize one of my clan to become one of us?
She's never expressed wanting that. She just said that that's the way things were supposed to go, and she didn't know what she needed to do.
It just
Connor,
doesn't make
throw
sense.
me a
Like,
chop.
oh,
Going in 3, 2, 1, throw 'em. Oh,
rock.
storyteller through scissors. We are losing today.
Oh,
For
it feels
the
good to win, huh?
I was gonna say
Tracy?
it must feel wonderful.
Don't
Tracy
enjoy
would love
it
to
too
know what that
much.
feels like.
Don't enjoy it too much. Karma's listening.
Karma is listening.
Okay, no,
She
Karma
is
already
vicious.
kicked me in the balls in this campaign. This is me getting back at Karma.
Just because your balls hurt now doesn't mean they can't hurt more later.
Have you been talking to Mr. Prim?
Carl, I love you. All right, Doc, this is the same thing. It's either going to be wits and composure or wits and resolve. Give me your total for whatever the highest is of those two groupings.
It's the same across the board. It's 4 total.
Okay. So it's not a critical success, but this is still a success. There's nothing beats winning like winning. You just said something out loud regarding what Leah should have been, what Leah winded up being, and the fact that Edmund owed Nia Glass a boon, and that's how that all came to part. And it just comes to you so clearly, and it's interesting that you haven't seen it before. Who was the harpy before?
I believe that was Nia Glass.
Who runs and tracks all of the debt? The harpy.
Okay, thank you.
Nia Glass.
Like,
Who's Prince now?
Nia.
There's no way to prove between the stations that exchanged hands that that boon ever existed or that debt ever existed. She could have lied. She could have made up the entire. Edmund wasn't there to disagree or disprove her. She could have completely fabricated that boon. Who was going to check her books? Once it was resolved, it was pulled off the book. Even the upcoming harpy wouldn't be able to notice that anything was different. She was harpy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. We don't have a backup harpy who also checks on these kinds of incredibly important debts and exchanges.
Once
No.
Leah was acknowledged, the boon debt would have been resolved. It's like zeroing it out on the books.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she was harpy when it happened. So she just moved the books from the harpy. She went to Prince.
Oh my God, we put the accountant in charge.
You put the accountant in charge. Yes, you did.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Well, that's
what happened.
dangerous.
The accountant and the one that has dirt that's deeper, that runs deeper than all of the Nosferatu. Sorry
she
to
already
interrupt.
knows some shit that's going down. I mean, they say. I mean, rumor is that she brought Leah under the accounting because she was that Edmund owed her a boon. But what if that was bullshit? He wasn't there. He said he couldn't have stopped that.
Well, then,
So why
What?
her then? If there's no
Right.
boon, why her? And now, not only does she exist in the domain, she's bound to Gloria.
mm-hmm.
Gloria's pulling some kind of a power move against the domain here that I think she just sniped Prince Glass. There was something at work that Gloria got the upper hand on.
Well, that's why I'm saying, even though nobody normally wants the position of Scourge, I would take it
Mhm.
because then I will be inside somewhat. I am built for the job. And if I start teaching her when she binds, does the blood bond with me, then we're both bound to each other. So then at least I'm safe for a little while.
You're also, I think the offer is a really good one because you're offering to fill a position that no one else particularly wants. So there shouldn't be competition for it. And if there is, then we know who to focus on next.
Right.
Even beyond, but even beyond that, she's interested in learning blood sorcery from you. So if you have that as well, like that is a very small thing for a prince to do, to grant access to a job that no one wants, that you're perfect for anyway. That's a really good move. And beyond that, it's not just you filling the position, it's also the coterie backing you up. So that position would have the resources that Connor can bring, the resources I can bring. And I mean, obviously, we'd have to deal with if there are conflicting things over our own positions, but you've got a limited amount of backup.
Yeah. I mean, I just think that it would be an easier way for me to get closer to Gloria, to talk to some of the Primogen about Gloria, because, and I want to bring up to Nia, like, hey, I helped get rid of a liability that was the water park. I also helped the Masquerade by saving justice.
Yeah.
So that's
There's
kind of was my position. Because you can't tell me that the Primogen do not know about Gloria. And whatever Gloria has, I'm gonna fucking find out. Because at this point, I'm done.
Hmm.
Also, while I'm getting angry, Kevin, you didn't fucking tell me about what happened. Why you spoke to me instead of Celeste.
Oh, why I spoke to you?
Yes. I had a friend tell me about what happened.
I thought I did tell you.
You didn't tell me that you almost died.
Oh, well, yeah, that. But
Oh yeah. Well, that. Like that's not a big deal.
I, I mean, we heal.
And
I
then
mean,
you're not going to ask for anything in return. That's insane.
why? You're
Because
on,
you almost died.
you're on my crew, Ivy.
we don't put the crew at risk. Why do you think I tried to stop Ivy at the water park? We don't put ourselves or each other in danger, okay? If we're a crew, we need to act like it, okay?
Yeah,
I don't
but
know what's
none
going on between the two of you, but
Pretty sure that's what I was doing because I was the only one there who could actually speak up.
look, I don't know what happened between the two of you, but we need to look out for each other and not just say, "Oh, I'm fine. I almost died." Okay? We almost died at that fucking water park too.
Well, yeah, we were all there for that though.
no,
Yeah, and you know what happened at that fucking water park? All those kindred that we thought we saved with all the clan symbols, they were thin bloods.
All
All
of
of
them?
them.
Hmm.
All of them.
all the ones
I
hanging in the locker
All the ones hanging in the locker. Every single one of them was a thin blood.
except for
47
Justice.
mortal corpses were recovered from that park during Prince Glass's cleanup job.
Jesus.
And you know what's even worse? They took it to the Justicars directly.
And okay, again, Carl doesn't know.
So I was gonna say,
Yep, Tracy. Yep.
for folk who aren't familiar. Okay, so really quickly, we're regular citizens of the domain. Then we have the city officers and the prince. Above the prince, usually the people they go to are people outside their domain who are called archons. Archons are like regional managers.
Regional manager.
I mean, essentially they are.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they have like a whole area that they are yeah.
Yeah.
But they all then report to Justicars. If a Justicar knows about you, that's a bad thing. If a Justicar is looking real close at your domain, that's a bad thing. That is like having the IRS as a whole organization looking down on you. Except for here, the IRS can destroy you with a thought and tell the entirety of the Camarilla anything they want, and it's true. So if a prince has a lot of status and we can't say anything against the prince because we have less status, imagine if an archon says something to a prince, they can't say no, and a justicar is above that. So they are like the accountant boogeymen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Well, and isn't it the Justicars then directly report to the tower?
If you know anything above that,
Yeah, the Justicars are the tower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or they're the fabricators of the tower. This is basically the
Yeah,
Pope of the
there's-
Catholic Church.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
there's
you
kind
guys are
of
running
like
around
a-
as the members, you've got the clergyman, then you've got your local who's in charge of your head priest. She sent a message all the way up to the Pope, and it's like, "Hey, I'm putting
Right.
this on your radar for a reason."
and the Pope just got a bad report card from us.
Correct.
I mean, if you're the Sabbat, you think that there's also an inner circle that is the tower, like
Mhm.
because conspiracies, but
Right.
whatever.
Sure.
Power gonna tower.
Rumor has it
Um,
there's antediluvians in there.
That's what I heard anyway.
Ooh.
I
Okay.
also heard that they were getting asked.
Hey, I heard that too about 5 minutes ago. So
It's my-
I knew that the whole
All
time.
right. All right, cool. Thank you. My bad. I didn't know the
No,
the thing.
and there are
I
gonna
didn't
be
either,
people-
Carl. I had to look it up as soon as Bridgett was telling me that
There are
mid
gonna be-
recording. I'm like, what is a Justicar
Justicar.
and why is this
No.
bad?
You don't want to
Yeah.
know.
That's probably
Yeah,
you don't
I
wanna know.
learned real fast. I was
So-
Googling shit during that meeting.
It's good to forward face that for people who are watching who are not familiar with
Yeah.
the sector.
So
Very
Correct.
true. Yeah.
they're the boogeymen that boogeymen are afraid of.
Yep.
Correct.
They're the John
Okay.
Wick to the Baba Yaga.
Okay. All right. All right.
So-
Sorry. Okay. So they.
Yeah,
all
so
right. So it made it all the
jumping
way up
back
to
into the scene.
Justicars.
They took it to the Justicars instead of the Archons. Something is up with these thin bloods. And do you remember what Leah said about that vision she had?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Edmund, Prim, Prince Glass, that their timing was wrong.
Hmm.
And now we're seeing a report of a nest of thin bloods at a water park getting reported to the Justicars. I don't know about the two of you, but this doesn't pass the sniff test for me.
I mean, I think there's one way it passes the sniff test if whoever's turning these thin bloods is an Archon. I mean, that's a whole different kettle of fish if we've got a rogue Archon floating around in the city.
Yeah, that'd be a
No, I think
problem.
it's more fear of the end times.
Oh, okay.
You've got your elders being beckoned. So we're left without elders essentially. Yes, there are vampires older than us, but I mean, we're talking about people with like lived wisdom and clan, knowledge and rituals and things like that are getting back into this war. Um Thin bloods are also a sign. Um yeah, I mean,
My
if you're
God.
talking, I mean, I guess it depends what end times you're talking about. Are the antediluvians going to come and eat us like some believe? Is it will be perpetual night? Is it, like it's
And importantly, it doesn't matter if any of it's true because enough people believe it that they're acting on it.
Right.
Ugh, God.
You tell
okay.
a lie big enough, people will believe it.
It's colony collapse. Okay. Those are all things we should look into. But right now, we got to figure out a way to get Leah a little bit clearer
right.
or take the next step for that. So,
That's why I kind of thought maybe two birds, one stone
mhm.
with this position. And I am willing to take that blood, the blood bond for her to get her free.
Just be safe when you do it, Ivy.
I mean,
I know that's not really possible, but like, I already feel like we're losing Leah. We can't lose you two.
Yeah. I mean, I get it, but I mean, hopefully I can stay on her good side and then I won't have to go down a bond further.
Are bonds exclusionary, or can you have multiple of them?
You can have multiples
Yeah.
at different levels for everyone.
If you want, maybe one of us can be a lifeline for you. If you gain a bond from one of us, maybe that could act like the methadone to the heroin clinic.
Well, yes, but here's the thing. First of all, we're already being careful because we're not supposed to be a coterie.
True.
Second of all, Moses is already looking at everything I'm doing. He would accept me being bound to Nia or not, and we can get them to fight.
But
So for the position, but if he found out about anything else, which he can easily do,
particularly if it was me and you bound to another Bruja.
yes,
Okay.
for sure. So
Hmm.
that's the other angle I'm kind of going at, going back to the conversation that we had, Kevin, about if I get this position and because Nia doesn't have to ask Moses for permission. However, I will be then bloodbound to her at some point, and I think it might piss off Moses. So maybe they'll fight. So
Is that such a bad thing?
no, it's not. I'm saying like that's
I
That's
mean,
the
No,
angle.
that actually might be, even if it doesn't come to blows, even just them focusing their attention in other
Oh,
directions.
it
Mhm.
wouldn't. I mean, they'd both be sneaky and shitty and doing things behind the scenes to each other and whatever and whatever as they do. But still just having that tension there is just
Gotcha. Okay. I really like the idea. How can we back you up on it?
okay.
How can we land
So
this?
I was thinking you, Kevin, and I will go speak to Nia. Um, I would like Connor, since he's developed a better relationship, to speak with uh Ayan Mohammed, get her perspective, see if I know she's done so much for us, but just maybe get another perspective. Maybe she has an idea on how to help or information that will help us with Leah. Um, I do know that, right? We found this out, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Bridgett, that
Mhm.
Gloria never went to go see her.
Yeah.
Because
Yep, she
she
refused to go
mentioned
see her.
it.
Yeah, Devaney said that the clan was pushing her to go see Ian, and she
Right.
refused to.
So, yeah. See what else she has to say, because as far as we know, we were told that Gloria is refusing to go see Ayan Mohammed. And that's another thing I'm going to put on my case of Gloria being a liability.
100% a liability. We just gotta
The
convince Prince
the biggest
Glass.
thing right now, because we aren't going to be able to do anything for Leah as fast as we would like, is just to make sure she's alive. You said you have police
Yeah,
patrolling the house.
I've got eyes on it, but only
Okay.
as much as I can convince them that it needs extra patrolling.
Right.
I'm not about to breach the Masquerade or something and tell them, "Hey, there's a bunch of kindred here, and we need you to keep an eye on them."
Right. Now, I know she's got like the top tier of the top tier, but Kevin, would we be able to get access to the cameras
The
just to
cam.
make sure that Leah's alive?
Oh, probably. I can probably test those waters pretty easily, actually.
Okay.
And at the very least, I can check and see about the cameras without tripping any alarms.
Hmm.
Right. I mean, like, I'm just saying easy ways to just check, make sure she's alive, because that's the biggest thing to me right now. we will get the blood bond taken care of and whatever, but just let's make sure she is, you know, alive
Yeah. Yeah.
while we get this sorted.
Yeah, for Kevin, int plus tech is 8, and then I have a hacking specialty. So,
Nice.
so yeah, I mean, I think that would definitely be something he'd be interested in doing anyway.
Okay. So, okay, let's see if we can schedule a meeting. Maybe if we had a whip who could schedule a meeting with me with the prince, it might help.
All right, I can certainly request a how would so I have etiquette. What would be the way to go about this by like following like the Camarilla rules?
Yeah, just because she's not in the scene but is adding amazing value. Tracy, why don't you talk us through trying to get an audience with a prince? With in mind, Columbus is still in a lockdown. There's a major crisis happening right now. And whatever's happening at Fort Rapids Water Park definitely has her and the officers' attention. What would it take, or how would they work with the etiquette of even trying to get 15 minutes with this woman?
So generally, and Prince, you would know this, there would be a seneschal. And the seneschal is kind of like the lesser, like the prince that is pro tempore if like the prince isn't available. They, depending on the domain and the prince and how they prefer to do things, sometimes they are like secretaries. Sometimes they do some of the work that the prince does not have time for. And usually then you would reach out to a city officer like your primogen or maybe a wimp. Oh, a whip. That was not on purpose, but I think it was hilarious. So a whip for a primogen, which happens to maybe be in the room. So you could go through Celeste and have Celeste reach out on behalf of you. If you would like to try and avoid Celeste, since you are whip, you could try that, reaching out to, she doesn't have a seneschal. So you could try reaching out to her. I don't know that she doesn't really have a lesser.
And that was by design too.
Yeah. So, I mean, you might try Celeste. Celeste might have better luck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you could try your luck directly. You have access to her as a city officer.
Yep.
If you're going to try her directly, one of two things I would forward face, either a boon out the gate, or, hey, I have massive value for you that you should consider, and this is worth your time. And if you get to the end of the meeting and you're like, no, that wasn't worth my time, I'll still pay you a boon.
Okay, yeah.
You could also go through the harpy.
Yep.
But that I promise you will cost you more.
For sure.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah.
Oh, for sure. Natasha's going to tax.
Yes.
Yeah.
But she'll get you an audience. She damn sure will. Yep.
I have no doubt of her ability to do that.
Right.
I just think the bill's probably a bit too high when there's other options.
Tiffany's like, oh, yeah, tee me up. Oh, you want a meeting with a prince? Let's go.
No, then I will definitely, I can definitely do that.
Tracy.
I will, yeah, thank you. That's awesome. I think I can talk to Celeste and have her make the request on my behalf. I think we'll do this as formally and as above board as we possibly can. Kind of related to that. I wanted to talk more about like practical resources that you guys have. I know we have this building. I mean, are we gonna take this as our? I know used to be Angel's Place, and I know it has a lot of meaning for you. But is this where we're going to? Is this going to be a shared haven for us?
I thought it would. I think that he would be happy.
Okay.
And be happy that I have friends.
Okay. Then if it's all right with you, I'd like to transfer a couple of things here because I think I have some things that can help out the rest of the coterie.
Okay.
I also, and he'll actually like reach into his back pocket and he's going to pull out 3 credit cards. He's going to look wistfully at one of them and put the one that he meant for Leah back into his pocket. Um, I know that you probably have resources that are available to you, but I also know that your sires are probably tracking them very directly or very closely. Um, so he's going to hand one to each one of them. So this is linked to a shared account. Any one of the three of us can access it. If we can pull Leah free, I'll add her back on. But this should give you some spending cash in case you need it. That hopefully I've routed it through a couple of shell companies and a couple of different things. You do have to be careful. There is a monthly limit on it, but um, it's, I mean, I'm working on increasing it. Right now it's $400,000.
I can always transfer some money over across things if we need to.
Yeah.
As much as my accounter is aware of my accounts, she's a bit more absent than her predecessor.
She.
Oh, that's right, because you missed that confession.
Yeah. So, how do I put this short and sweet? Uh, my daughter's alive, embraced, and the Keeper of Elysium in Daytona, and my accounter.
Well, that's fucked up.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
It.
I. Long story short, Prim promised me 30 years ago that he would keep her safe. Oh, sorry, Daytona.
and and
I said
interpreted that very liberally, I see.
he waited until she was an adult, embraced her, gave her everything he never gave to me. And when I had it out with him, I didn't know how to share this with the rest of you at the time, but he gave her everything that I never had, and she just looks at me with this disdain of thinking I'm still the person that I used to be. And I'm trying.
I
And
mean,
you have,
that's some Moses level fuckery right there.
but
I mean, I
what,
can't shake that he was trying to teach some kind of a lesson.
but like, so he did that, but what happened to Prim? Where is he?
Oh, you've been out of the loop.
We don't know.
Prim Prim
Oh,
disappeared weeks ago.
Yeah.
weeks?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, I guess I should add to that. One of the reasons that I can do a little more around the domain is I have an army of ghouls that were his somewhere
Okay.
in the 70s. It When he disappeared for 2 weeks, they called a meeting, and everything that was under his control is now under my control.
Well, all right.
I've got his finances, I've got his ghouls, and if he's gone for 3 months, I get my acknowledgement.
How many days is it? How long has it been?
At
A
this
few
point,
weeks.
this would put us about at the 2 month mark.
Okay. Well, fingers
Well,
crossed for the
about
next
two
30
months.
days.
It's been a lot to navigate, but there's something in the back of my head that tells me he's going to show up, and that I better be ready to face that if he does.
Yeah, I could I mean just, living with gaslighting sires and stuff. He's gonna wait until like the day of or the day before. His ass is gonna stroll in like he never fucking left and took everything.
Well, he's going to have a harder time because I'm not the person I was 2 months ago.
Which is good.
Yeah.
I can't shake that that's what he's been trying to teach me this whole time. Through every broken finger, every humiliation. Do you know what I felt when the Ventrue called a board meeting? Kinship, belonging.
Yeah, what's
I've
that
been
feel like?
for the last 30 years I've been pushing back that I'm ready to join kindred society because I'm a Ventrue and I should be a king, but what if I missed the mark? What if that was just the old me trying to break through? I I can't shake that when he comes back it's going to be different if he comes back. But
Maybe he just wants to see how you could take over things and lead like you should. I mean, he waited fucking long enough, but
yeah, but that's why I can't shake that he wouldn't just do this out of the blue. Something caused him to enact this plan. He's been preparing for the downfall of kind society for years. Not just that kindred society is fucked up. We're not going to sit here and pretend it's not. But that if the kind fracture their entire government system, there could be some kind of a feudalism put back into place that he prepared for. He may have been this psychotic sire, but he was planning 30 steps ahead every step of the way. He wouldn't just fuck off to wherever he is now and then come back and expect that I'm the same person.
I'm so sorry. Doc. Doc, I'm so sorry. And Carl, you can edit it. It's fucking Tracy's face. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We're talking
no,
about
the
edging
both
in the
of
chat,
you are
guys.
fucking me up. Stop it.
I'm intentionally not looking at you fuckers because if I
was
do,
trying not
I'm gonna
to.
lose all of this shit.
No,
I was trying not to. I was trying so.
no. Doc,
I make a
you are
serious
going to
comment about, oh, it must be nice, and Bridget's face just lost it. I was like, what the fuck?
Carl, this has got to be like a backer bit to be like, this is us
I-
trying to keep a straight face
Oh.
and figure shit out
And I got
and
the
just edge
giggle.
Bridgett publicly on stream.
This is almost as good as the awfully subby clip that I pulled out.
Oh, you missed the
I
very
need that
beginning of
raw
the
file,
last
Carl. I need that as like a ringtone for whenever Tracy calls.
I'm so sorry to break the immersion, but too much happening at one time.
I apologize. I just looked up and that just got me giggling, and I could not.
There's a reason I keep myself in the top right, so when I look at it, I can see the camera, and it's not like looking over at everybody else. I can't look at y'all motherfuckers when I do this shit.
Oh,
Sorry.
God. All right. I am so sorry. What I'm going to do is screenshot the chat from right here, and I might send that just to backers when this episode airs, because that's some good shit. Tiffany going like, oh, that must be nice. And I never got back. My
She lost
choo-choo
her
jumped the
shit.
tracks. I was done. Please continue, Connor. That's my bad, baby.
I'm trying to think where I was now.
I know. Fuck us.
He wouldn't just disappear like that without a reason. If what Leah said about her vision, that their timing was wrong, what if that's them fixing this? Edmund disappearing, Prim disappearing.
Well, I was thinking maybe it's they're disappearing because they're planning or they're doing something, or
I mean, we just got to figure out what's going to happen in the next month when they come back, because let's be honest, if Prim's pulling this shit, he's going to be back in a month.
yeah.
Or they were all beckoned and we're all fucked. But the things that I learned at that board meeting tell me he's not that stupid to just leave like that and have all these provision plans in place.
Well, here's the thing too, is I haven't seen, I mean, I don't know Prim, but you never said that he was acting like what do we want to say? He was acting like jumpy or on edge or things like that. Like from what I've heard from people that are beckoned, other kindred that are beckoned, they increasingly get, the more that they resist, the more angry and edge. It's like, somebody coming off of drugs because it's
Right.
calling that hard.
So
So,
he wasn't acting like that. Apparently, he was acting like a doomsday prepper,
right.
ready for
So,
kind society to eat itself like a snake, and for us to just rule over the pieces.
yeah. So either he's figuring out something to do or he's in a bunker. Like, I mean,
I mean, two things can be true.
yeah.
I just, when he comes back, we need to be ready for it. Not just for me to try and get my accounting or get out from the accounting, not for him to take back this army of ghouls that I've been caring for and spreading myself thin to take care of them all and make sure they all get what they need. One of them needed new stripper heels. One of them needed to go to fucking volleyball practice.
Do you need help? It sounds like what you're dealing with is a lot of logistics management.
2 months ago, I would have told you to go fuck off with that.
I know I'm growing on you.
Yeah, I have a
Or,
shared bank account now.
or do what Natasha does. She's one of your clan, right? She is an assistant all the time.
I have one of the ghouls helping keep tracking of all the logistics. It's working out. It's just it was a bit of a change up. You don't go out and make 72 ghouls in one night.
Yeah, it's true.
Unless you're me and get called into a restaurant and get surrounded by all these people you're now in charge of, and I'm gonna stop like mid sentence, remembering that the shouting that I did that night scared the one small child ghoul.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do right by them. I might have gotten screwed over by being handed all this, but I want to do right by them.
I get that.
We'll just. I can't fuck up again. So whatever plan the two of you've got going with the prince, just. I won't physically be there, but just know that I'll be doing what I can behind the scenes.
You
Be
being
safe,
able
please.
to talk to Ion, we will. You being able to talk to Ion will be really helpful to get her perspective before we go in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Do I have a way to contact her? Because every time it's been like an unknown number text.
No, I mean she's public facing in the domain
Okay.
as an officer. So
Okay.
yeah, you have her address, you get her cell phone number, email
I'm
address,
gonna
all
pull up
that.
my phone as we're talking and just text. Can we talk?
Mm-hmm. And you're looking at your in phone recording history, and it doesn't look like her icon drops down to see the message. So it's not even a read and ignore it. She just hasn't seen the message.
Okay. We'll see what comes of that. I guess worst case, I'll just head out there and bring her a new plant.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys have your next steps, which just to hand wave this and make it very easy. Kevin, if you go to Celeste and request this meeting, Celeste is gonna, send a messenger back to you because we all know she doesn't have a cell phone. That's
Yeah.
going to that's gonna confirm that Glass is willing to meet with you guys. Like I would say tonight. I just don't know how other scenes are gonna go, but she's willing
Sure.
to meet with you at insert date and time.
Cool. Awesome. I'll pass that on to Ivy. Um, and also just say, if we need anything else in advance that I can do, let me know.
No, I think this is about the time of the night that I go check on Leah. So
Okay.
I'll go do that and then I'll meet you back at wherever Nia wants to meet. I'm assuming. I don't know where.
Okay.
And Celeste will give you that. Celeste's messenger, anyways, will give you that information, and that'll be a scene that I'm just gonna have Tracy pick a location in the city and kind of go for. Okay, then you guys have an action plan. Leah, you are downstairs in the lab with Dolly, working through the next equation, the next formula, the next manifestation of your next potion. The more you learn, the more you practice, the more challenging it gets. But there's something empowering and fun about the incremental difficulty that comes with onboarding these new solutions and things of that nature. While you are working through the next process and everything is steeping, or you're waiting for like that waiting period, that settling period before you step into the next step, the prisoners are eating some type of sub sandwich that you've brought down with them along with soup. They're all clothed at this point. I can only imagine at some point you've probably actually got some type of clothes on them where they're at least somewhat comfortable. Dolly is doing what she typically does with you, which is putting much as much distance as she can when you're not actually working. So she's probably sitting with her back to the cage, also getting through some of Mama Kathy's stew and the sub sandwiches. And Eduardo comes down and he knocks on the outside of the glass with a double tap, points at you, and then does the hey, come talk to me.
She sets down what she was doing and turns to make sure that Dolly's all right with her leaving, and makes her way over to speak with Mr. Eduardo.
Miss Rosalia, and you know that he's been having more fun fucking with your name or the changes. He recognizes what's happening. He knows, but he's having a good time with changing your name, hitting it with different accents, things of that nature. It's like you have a guest outside in the gazebo and like a 200-pound fucking dog that needs a bath, a flea bath, and a grooming, and his paw pads look terrible, and it looks like it's covered in mud, and I hate it.
Do you think that you could reach out to a groomer? I know it's late, but perhaps we could find someone to help with the dog.
Girl, that ain't my responsibility. That ain't none of my dog.
No, but a guest of Miss Gloria should be welcomed and provided things. It's fine. I'll do it. It's fine. Sorry, Mr. Eduardo. I'll take care of it. You're good.
He's welcome. I got him in the gazebo where his dirty ass belongs. And he winks at you and just walks next to you up into the elevator when you go upstairs. Now, you know that if Eduardo has cleared this, it's already been pre-cleared by Miss Gloria.
Right.
So you at
For
least
sure.
know that his bond is not going to allow him to try some slick shit on
Yep.
that type of level. So you're
Yeah.
able to head outside, and I'm going to tee this up to let's bother Tiffany. Tiffany, what does the outside of this garden area with the gazebo look like in the back of the Gloria Foundation, the Kendrick Gloria Society Foundation estate?
I imagine she probably has like hedgerows instead of a fence. And like the gazebo has I forget what they're called, but they're the opposite of morning glories. They like bloom at night, but they also vine the same way, so they're probably wrapped
Ooh.
all around this gazebo. Um, and then I just see some like rose bushes of different colors. Um, and just probably very particular, very short grass.
Okay. Good description. I love the inverted morning glories. That's actually really stunning. Leah, when you get outside, you see the very familiar Jebediah that is dressed in his standard uniform, attire, clothes that you typically see, and you see the goodest boy ever sitting on the inside of this gazebo, and no lies were told. If it started raining, sheets of muck would start running off of this dog. He looks happy. I mean, he doesn't seem bothered by it at all.
Do I even remember what I named him? That's terrible. I think I named it. Oh God.
It's
Anyway.
it starts with a G. It's not Gus. It's
Oh, I called him Gustifer.
it is Gustifer. There we go. Yes.
Gustifer. Yes.
Carl's face. Yeah.
So I will give him some pets and scritches, and then realize,
Yeah.
oh, Elder Zook, it is a pleasure to see you. Are you not wishing to come inside?
No, I have no intentions of going into that woman's house.
Well, I am grateful to see you. What do I owe this visit?
I have something for you. Something you requested from someone else within the domain. They thought you
Oh,
were still out in our estates. They dropped it off to me. I am now dropping it off to you. And I was curious to your situation.
I must admit that this has turned out so much better than I had ever anticipated. My mothers are taken care of. Um, I got a little bit of a of a makeover, and I'm learning so much. I'm really grateful. Thank you for helping nurse me back to health.
Mm. And he kind of looks over you to the side where a lot of his work, his tapestry, his signature is
Mm,
sitting on you because he's the one that saved your life. So he kind
hmm
of looks over to it with that grunt and just doesn't say anything. And he reaches into a handmade satchel that he has, strung across his shoulder, and he pulls out a very modern looking binder that's obviously like one of those report binders that is like glossy blue and three pronged and has the two interior pockets and sheet protector. Obviously, not his design or his creation by any means. This is all typed and graphs and very well organized from what you are going to see, and he hands it to you. And as you reach for it, he keeps his hand or his thumb pressed into the top of the paperwork. And you can see his thumbnail just slightly grow into the plastic, cutting through that sheet protector plastic on the top and then also the binding. It's not an aggressive action as much as is intentional. And so is that you talking or is that the bond?
I, I I don't know what you mean.
You know what I mean. You know what a blood bond is.
Sure, of course.
So I'm just curious. Is this gratitude that you're feeling the bond, or is that how you actually feel?
When I was embraced, no, before then, when I was taken on as a charge by Mr. Edmund, I my only wish was to see my mother's taken care of. Anything above and beyond that is a gift that I was not anticipating. You can come in and see them. They're doing so well. My mom's swimming. A month and a half ago, I she couldn't even talk. She was bedridden and we thought that this was the end. This is all I ever wanted when I took this job. How's Mr. Ezekiel?
Fine. And his nail retracts and he releases the binder to you.
She takes it. Um, I am happy to see you. Um, I think that not everyone is happy with the changes in me, and it's disappointing, but I'm happy.
Well, then you're already doing better than the most of us, aren't you?
I would I would love to host more. I would love to have people over. I do miss my friends. Um, but I think that my happiness here is Miss Gloria says that they are disappointed because they don't have families like ours. And that's sad. I would welcome them into ours, but I don't know why everyone's so mad. Why would they not want me to be happy? Why do you not want me to be happy?
Oh, I don't care about your happiness.
That's fair.
But if this definition of family suits you, that's one less miserable kindred dragging themselves in and out of misery every single night. I wanted to deliver that. The K9 wanted to see you.
He's the best.
Absolutely a Bridgett laugh, not a Jebediah. Mr. Zook does not laugh.
No, he doesn't have a sense of humor. She'll open up the binder and see what's in it because she honestly doesn't remember what she requested.
Yeah,
that was a lifetime ago.
A lifetime ago, in the way back time, in the negotiations symphonic note, which I believe was released directly to backers. So backers, you would have this information. You negotiated with an NPC played by Joe to get a list of every single ghoul in the domain in exchange for some police influence and some additional help that has finally been delivered upon you. And I will tell you this much. It is very thorough. It has addresses. It has names. It has personalities. It has ghoul by clan type. It has ghoul by region. It has ghouls by different types of... It's a very thorough dossier. And you know what's missing? Every single one of Prim's ghouls. All of them. Not a single one of them is in that list. Not that you would know anyways, but this is Bridgett just telling Tracey.
Well, he did say he got 72 ghouls. Connor said that to Leah last time.
He did? Okay. You don't know their names.
It's no. You can, sure.
Yeah,
but I'll know that
you were undelauded when I said that, though. I don't know if you remember that.
I think you also said it last recording to me and Ivy.
I don't remember.
That you had all the ghouls.
That was days ago. I don't remember anything from days ago.
4 days ago. Yeah. So you have a list, but this is Bridgett telling you, if you ever fact check it against actual names, Prim doesn't have a single ghoul populating on that list.
At the very least, I'll notice that Prim has nothing in here.
Correct.
And I know that's not.
And you know that's not
Gerard?
True.
Yeah. Is Gerard in there?
Gerard is in there, yeah.
Oh, snap. Okay.
Yep, Gerard is in there with a whole profile. And
Interesting.
Yeah, with a side note that whoever composed this list really hates his Hawaiian shirts, one of those type of side things. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for delivering this. I know that you went out of your way. Why did you go out of your way if you don't care how I am?
And there's a pause, because the one thing you don't do is hold up a mirror to a bitter, angry gangrel who doesn't want to be in this domain, who positively had to request tolerance to even come in here because he...
I didn't even think about that.
Because the gangrel all evacuated out of here, so he's absolutely here for a reason.
And they're anarchs.
They're...
Independents.
They're independent. They're on their own vibe of whatever the fuck it is they're doing out there in Amishville. Yeah. So it's one of those things where, one, he's not probably used to direct confrontation like that, questions like that, especially not from you. The last time he saw you, you were mousy and scared and I can't make eye contact with anybody and and now you're very Gloria Edmond-esque, calling him on his shit with a realigned spine. They do change quickly, don't they? Curiosity. Your name is running through various circles. I wanted to see if the change was true. And I wanted to speak with you regarding a vision that we shared.
I've been curious about those as well. I don't think that Miss Gloria would have let me out to visit you all. So I'm glad that you're here. Please say what it is that you would like to say.
What do you remember from the vision? The slab vision in particular.
I mean, I think I remember everything. I remember several visions. In fact, the vision I think that you're talking about is that the one where they were all joined together meeting?
And there's a slow nod of his head.
That's
who'd you recognize?
People that aren't supposed to be here. I remember seeing Mr. Edmund. I remember seeing Mr. Prim. I remember seeing Prince Glass. And then I remember two people. One, it's not polite to speak on someone's physical being, but there was just something that seemed wrong about the way that he moved, um, the way that his body carried him. Um, when was the last time you? Oh, you probably haven't seen movies. Well, that's not a good analogy. Um, it just seemed like his body was moving wrong, like it wasn't put together right. And then there was a woman. And what I remember them saying is something along the lines of, we're going to have to move our plans. We couldn't have been more wrong about the timing. Um, and I don't feel like that was an old vision. I don't know. Did you feel that same way? It didn't feel old.
I don't know. Unable to tell. But there are some pieces of that particular vision after speaking to you that I understand that you don't. So I'm willing to make you a trade. I will identify the remaining two individuals of that vision for you in exchange for you telling me the relationship you had with Edmund.
I don't think that that would be a fair exchange. You can ask me something else.
I
I'll
don't want
tell you
anything
that.
else.
I'll tell you that for free. There's not much to say.
Let's hear what you have to say, and I'll weigh that scale myself.
Um, he hired me. I met him at a bar. Do you want to know the whole story, or I'll just make it brief? I'll make it brief. I'll be respectful of your time.
Abbreviated would be appreciated.
He met me at a bar the night before. Apparently, I had protected one of his ghouls. I didn't know what that meant, but a vampire was trying to maybe attack one of his ghouls. I didn't know any of those things at the time. There was a girl that was at a bar, and some creep was moving up on her. I screamed at him and made a big scene and embarrassed him, and everybody was looking at him, and he left. Um, and I protected the girl, made sure she got in a cab, made sure she went home. Um, he met me again the next night and explained to me that he had a job proposition for me, and he knew that I was in need. I was in great need, in fact. And he said that if I would be loyal to him and help protect his beloved, that he would make sure that my mother was taken care of, that all of her medical needs were taken care of, and that my family would be looked after. And so that was it. He hired me to essentially look after Miss Gloria because he was being beckoned and he was concerned for her.
You drank his blood?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Were you too intimate?
No, what? No. Why does that matter?
He doesn't answer the question as you can tell when someone is reconciling other pieces of information and he's trying to tie a thread together, and it doesn't seem like he's satisfied with it, but he doesn't give a response to that. Have you heard from him since the beckoning?
Aside from that vision, no, but Miss Gloria says she talks to him.
Yeah,
She
well,
says she sees him all the time.
I'm sure she does.
But wait. What if just and she's looking around kind of, she knows Gloria has cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a camera on this spot?
Oh, let's roll against it. Let's see if you
Oh
continue
no,
your
not a
losing
chop.
streak.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
chop. Let's throw him in. 3, 2, 1, throw him. How do we do? How do we do?
Damn it!
And the
Scissors versus
streak
paper.
continues.
There is a camera on the inside of this
I
gazebo where you guys are.
I threw paper and you threw scissors.
I did. The
Again,
struggle.
Doc so kindly mentioned my streak continues. So she kind of looks around for a minute. Would you mind taking a walk with me? It's such a lovely night.
And
And she gets up.
yeah, there's kind of like a shake off, and then he steps off of the landing with you. The canine shakes, mud gets like old mud gets flung around the gazebo. Feels very deliberate, and he trots in behind you guys.
I will probably reach down and give him some more scritches and then realize I'm just going to wipe my hand on my skirt and I will have to wash that later.
Yep.
Um, I think a conversation like this is best with a bit of fresh air, don't you?
We were already outside.
Yes, but moving gets the lungs. I forget your lungs don't work anymore. Okay, for me, it helps. I don't know.
What's the
I
fastest way to get to the end of this moment?
the vision said made me feel like they were still here. She still sees him. Now Prim is gone. Prim was also in the vision. Is it possible? Is it possible at all that he's not gone? That maybe I see him and he makes me forget. That maybe he's just really sneaky and knows how to get to her. Maybe he's making her feel more crazy. He wouldn't. But I have to look after Miss Gloria's interests. That was my job. That is what is calling to my heart, is to look after her now more than anyone. Because I know she can take care of my mother's, but I've got to look after her. Is it possible he's not gone?
It's possible.
Okay. Um, you had two names to give me. I just needed to hear that. I'm sorry. I won't bother you with any more of my conjecture. The two people you would like to share with me.
So he stops as you guys are moving down this little small gravel path, and there's like one of the little fountains that is here that is already starting to. Well, no. Let me correct that and go back. It's still very summer where we are in the game. Here we're hitting freeze warnings, and all of the fountains are shutting down. I almost did that description. Let me stay in summertime. What's
Yep.
summertime? Okay, you move up against a fountain that has a multi-tiered and a spray of birds that are shooting water out of their beaks, and it's very elegant and it's very Victorian and it's very clean. And he moves next to the fountain and he levels his hand over the water and he says, "This is the slab. And I know a slab that looks very much like this in Dayton. Slabs of this nature are ancient, storied, and powerful. Slabs like this, and you can almost like feel yourself back in that cavern, back in that moment, looking at the power that was at table. Like you even knew somehow inherently that wherever that table was, the world grew around it, not that the table was placed there. The table predated whatever was happening with the structure that surrounded it, the scaffolding
Mm-hmm.
that was erupting from it.
Yeah.
These slabs are few, but in a way, like an Elysium, they invite personalities and individuals that transcend sex. And he begins moving around the fountain as if he is almost walking around that room with you one more time. And his hand hovers over a chair. Prim, Clan Venture. And he moves over. Edmund, Clan Venture, beckoned. And he continues. Nia Glass, the bitch prince. Then he continues because apparently he is not going to allow his beast to settle down at any point in his time. He's going to die over this one day, just so you guys know. He continues moving and he hovers over the woman and he says, Felicia Montgomery, previous Archon, current Baron movement. And then he moves one more to that effeminate presenting male that didn't move quite right, that almost had to feel that his skeletal structure had been rearranged inside of his skin and his skin was still learning how to move over. This one's name I don't remember, but this one is definitely of the sword. This one and his pack attacked our farmstead. This one was one of the survivors that we didn't manage to hunt down.
Did you know Ms. Montgomery's clan?
Toreador. And that one is a Zemise.
I don't know that word.
Go learn it.
Yes, sir.
That slab is in Dayton. Or perhaps there's a slab that mirrors this somewhere in Columbus. I don't know.
You're risking a lot to be here. Thank you. I will not forget the kindness your family showed me. And how's Justice? I can't believe I didn't ask about him. I'm sorry. How is he?
And he winces. He's in Glass's custody. We don't
What?
know.
Why? Why did you give him to her?
It's a city officer.
But your clan.
He was beyond our capacity to heal. Her resources are infinitely stronger than mine. That was the best chance he had.
Well, if I find out information about him, would you like to know?
And there's a single knot.
Thank you for risking what you did to come to me.
You're welcome. And then he walks off.
I give the dog scritches before he leaves.
Oh, and so the dog is gonna be this last piece of asshole. You go down to do scritches, and the dog is absolutely gonna sideswipe the whole bottom of your dress with his body.
Dogs be dogging.
Because fuck that dress and that bond.
Oh no! I'm getting shit everywhere except for Mother. She loves
Except for
me.
Mother, yeah. And to Carl's point, Leah is still in there somewhere.
We'll burn down the world to get Gustafer back.
So the canine sweeps by you. There's 200 pounds of Bernese mountain dog that sweeps into you and then trots off with a low wagging tail as Jebediah and Gustafer disappear into the night. And that, friends of the Symphony, is where this particular episode ends for this evening. Thank you for joining us, and we will catch you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.